Americans are now living longer than ever. And because of that, 2 out of 5 of us will get cancers in our lifetime. However, fortunately, we all already have the tools that we need to beat cancer within us. Indeed, it's actually a very exciting time to be a cancer doctor. We know that 1 in 1 million immune cells can already detect and beat cancer. They just need to be awakened. Scientists have now developed drugs that can actually redirect the cells that fight infections to fight cancer. Take melanoma, for example. At stage 4, it is a deadly disease. When the cancer has spread through other organs in the body, the medical textbooks actually say the survival is less than 1 year. Now, a new form of treatment, cancer treatment, called cancer immunotherapy, specifically checkpoint inhibitors, has been a game changer in this disease. With it, patients can now expect to live cancer-free out to 5 years or even longer. Still, the work is not done. When I'm in the clinic, sitting in front of a patient, telling them about this new exciting therapy, I am inevitably met with the next challenging question. Will this treatment work for me? Unfortunately, despite our best efforts, we know that checkpoint inhibitor immune therapy will only work to cure less than 30% of stage 4 melanoma patients. And the problem is actually we don't know who these patients will be. And we can't predict who are going to be the responders and not responders. Though when this treatment works, it works miraculously. When it doesn't work, it is a complete dud. Patients don't actually have any efficacy. Patients don't have any side effects. It's like giving water. However, as we deploy more and more of this form of cutting-edge therapy to a high volume of patients, we're fortunate to do that at UCSF, we actually get to make observations that teach us how the immune system fights cancer. And one such observation is that when patients have their cancers go to the liver, as opposed to any other organ, they seem to never respond. Now, oncologists have long known that the liver is actually an organ that's one of the most commonly metastasized places and one of the deadliest places where cancers can go. But what is new is that we discovered when the cancers invade the liver, their anti-cancer T cells shut down everywhere else as well, including those circulating in the blood and those found in their biopsy samples at a distant site in their primary skin tumor. Now, this interesting observation has led us to hypothesize that once the cancer cells go to the liver, that maybe the liver actually plays a dominant role in suppressing our body's defenses, in making our immune system more tolerant or accepting of cancer cells by suppressing the body's anti-cancer T cells. Now, why would the liver do this? It is a highly evolved organ that's actually capable of differentiating good and bad invaders. For example, if you observe a baby and watch a baby scavenge around the floor and put everything in its mouth, the immune system actually doesn't launch a full-scale attack on everything ingested. Anybody who has a kid can identify with this. In fact, there's now data to the contrary. When the baby does this, it may actually grow up to be less allergic to its surrounding environment. And we believe the liver may be at the center of this unique biological phenomenon known as oral tolerance. So we think when a cancer cell migrates to the liver and sets up shop there, that it may actually hijack this highly evolved mechanism to tolerize or shut down our body's anti-cancer immune cells, allowing the cancer cells to grow unchecked everywhere else. This is a significant problem. And we are currently using an animal model of liver metastasis with the cutting-edge tool of the CyTOF, which can really detect up to 40 markers on a single immune cell throughout the body to try to test this hypothesis. And what we found is that in an animal, in a mouse, if you have cancer cells in the liver as opposed to any other organ, much like in humans, and a primary site, that their cancer indeed do much worse. And you can actually do this in any different kinds of tumor. We tested in a variety of tumors and the phenomenon replicates. And if you have 2 different kinds of tumors in a mouse and you have one of the tumors in the liver, that specific tumor does worse. So this is really suggestive that there is a tumor antigen specific phenomenon that's in the liver that helps suppress the immunity specific to that particular thing that's in the body. So decoding how the liver can suppress our body's anti-cancer immunity is going to be key and essential to our understanding and our ability to use immune cells to cure cancer. Using our knowledge from this research project, I hope to one day design and rationally design clinical trials that can have better treatments to overcome this unique suppressive mechanism and help stage 4 cancer patients.